Hi guys, we are live now. You're welcome back to my YouTube channel. And today we have another fully funded scholarship awardee who won the Swedish Institute Scholarship to study in Sweden. So he'll be sharing insights, many information concerning the scholarship application and maybe interview involved. I don't know. So my name is Kudrat. So let us go to his introduction. So let us know your name, state of origin in Nigeria, the universities where you've studied and where you are currently studying. Thank you so much for showing up.
Okay, thank you so much, the host. My name is Mubarak Adekoyejo. I am from Nigeria, Ibadan precisely. That's my hometown, Oyo State. I had my bachelor's degree at University of Ilorin. Then I proceeded to having a master's degree at University of Ibadan, where I partnered my research with the International Institute of Tropical Agriculture (IITA), giving me a research experience of about 5 years. Yes, so I'm one of the 2025-2026 SI Scholarship Awardee. So I will be sharing my ideas, my thoughts on the SI Scholarship with you guys. So I don't know who starts to
Oh
say.
yeah. We would love to know what you studied at
Yes,
Unilorin and everything.
at University of Ilorin, I had my bachelor's degree in agriculture. In Ilorin, at University of Ilorin, the degrees you have a Bachelor of Agriculture and certificate with limited specialization at the final year. My limited specialization is crop protection. That's for my bachelor's degree. And for my master's degree, I had my master's degree at the Department of Crop Protection and Environmental Biology, majorly on plant genetics. That's a Master of Science in Crop Improvement, Plant Genetics. Yeah.
A whole lot of science plans and how. Thank you so much once again for showing up. So let
Thank-
us go straight into the application process and what applicants should put in mind.
Okay.
What do you think they should know?
Well, they need to know a lot, quite a lot. But a lot doesn't mean to scare you or to do anything make you run away from applying for the scholarship. No, one very factual thing, the plain truth about scholarship application is that you take it like a job itself. No scholarship application is easy. It's not a piece of cake. Actually, that's the truth. But with the right information, with the right, how would I say, tutelage, guidance, with the right steps and strategy, it is quite doable and achievable. So the Swedish Institute Scholarship for Global Professional is just what it is: Swedish Institute Scholarship for Global Professionals. People are always emotional when it comes to scholarship application. They are all just interested in the scholarship. But look at the meaning of the acronym SISGP, Swedish Institute. You know, what do you know about Sweden? What do you know about the Swedish culture? Scholarship, fine. They want to give you the scholarship, but the scholarship is meant for who? The scholarship is meant for global professionals, which means that it requires work experience, it requires leadership experience. There is no way you can be a global professional in what you do without experience. That was why I laid emphasis on having 5 years experience in research. So that is that about the SI scholarship, like understanding the basic tenets of the SI scholarship. So the unique things about this scholarship is that there are three things that are unique about the scholarship, and these are the things that makes the scholarship extremely competitive. Number one is it doesn't require um how will I say an excellence grade. I mean maybe first class, second class, or whatever your class of degree is. So in Sweden, um, they don't really give what would I say? They don't really make more emphasis on your graduating grade. How do I mean is if you have first class, second class, upper, second class, lower, third class, even if you have certificate of attendance, you can get admitted into Swedish university for a master's program. So, and the admission is your way to getting the scholarship. When once you're admitted, it's increase your points, your eligibility to getting the scholarship. So whatever class of degree or class of grade you have doesn't prevent you from getting the scholarship. The second thing that is unique about the scholarship is that it doesn't require any test of English. Like it doesn't require you having TOEFL or IELTS. It doesn't require that. So and the third one, there is no age restriction. In fact, if you are 60, you can still win the scholarship. So there is no age restriction in the application for the SI scholarship. So when you combine these three factors, no requirement for class of grade, no English requirements, no age restriction. A lot of people want to apply for this kind of scholarship, so that makes it extremely competitive. They have about, I think, 10,000 applicants each year, and out of 10,000 applicants, only 300 to 350 people are awarded the scholarship. So I think if I calculate the percentage of acceptance, I think that's around 5% or so. And from Nigeria, it's always about 2,000 to 2,200 applicants every year, and in the midst of the 2,000 applicants, it is always, I think, 18 to 20. This year, it was 22 awardees from Nigeria. So when you calculate it, 22 over 2,000, so that's like around, is this 0.1% or so? So the scholarship application is extremely competitive and it is fair. So what you need to do is that you have to like get your facts right, to get your information and be strategic about your application. So I'll just move into the steps required. I mean, the steps towards the scholarship. The first thing is admission. And how does the Swedish admission work? The Swedish admission work by, okay, there is a body. You don't apply directly to the school. There is a body that handles admission, and that's the universityadmissions.se. Maybe I will type the website, or you can go online and search it. I will type the website to the comment section. So universityadmissions.se. So that is the website that handles the admission. So when you get to the website, you create accounts. So when you create account, you select your courses. So you have what would I say? You have chances to select 4 courses. So by selecting 4 courses, your most preferred courses comes at the first course that you want. So followed by 3 other courses that are related to your undergraduate degree. So this and the next thing that you do is you upload your documents. So you take a picture of your certificates either by scanning or with your phone. You convert it to PDF. When you convert it to PDF, you upload it to the website. Same thing goes for your passports. Oftentimes it's always this international passport. So you take a picture of that, you upload it to the website, and you send your transcript electronically. What do I mean is you send your transcript, your official transcript. It is to be sent by your school to the university admission process. So there is an email that the transcripts go to. So that's the verifications at uhr.se. Now, when you get to the university admission.se, you read information about how you can send your transcript. The email is there. So I will type all this email to the comment section probably after the live session. So verifications at uhr.se. So that's the email you give to your school. That's the email they are going to send your electronic official transcript to. So so let's move on to the list of eligible courses. So it's not all courses in Sweden that are eligible for the scholarship. There are a list of eligible scholarship for the SI, and it's on the SI website. That's the si.se. That's the website for the Swedish Institute Scholarship for Global Professionals. So when you get to the website, you go to course, si.se. When you get to the website, you go to course, then you click scholarship. And this year they started another scholarship, the STEM scholarship. That one is particularly for women in STEM. So I think STEM is, I don't know, STEM is for science stuff and all that. I think engineering, mathematics and all that. So STEM for women in STEM. That one is particularly for women. So there are important dates you should note in the scholarship. I think this year the admission round will be opened by October 15th. So that is when the admission round opens. You download the eligible courses, you select your course, you upload your document, you send your transcript, and there is application fee of 900 sec. 900 sec. That's for admission application. The application for scholarship, there is no application fee for the scholarship. Application for scholarship is not charged. It is free. It is FOC, free of charge. So that is that about admissions. And so now let's move to the scholarship application. There are important things in the scholarship application. There are templates for scholarship application. They have their own templates. So the Swedes, they have their own way of doing their things. They have their own style. They have their own culture of doing things. So they have their own templates for the CV. It's not like you're going to submit your CV. No, they have their own templates. You follow their, you fill in the templates. So they have their own templates for the CV. They have their own template for the reference letters, which are going to be two. Then the proof of work and leadership experience, and then the motivation letter. So when you go to the website now, you see the templates for last year there. So the templates are often like renewed at November every year, November of every year. So by November, the template for application for 2026-2027 application will have been uploaded on the SI website. So when you get to the SI website, download the template. The template is always the same thing. It's just that the dates might have changed. You can just like, okay, copy and paste. And why I'm saying that, you have to like start now. Start writing your CV now. Start practicing your reference letter now. And the reference letter, so let me pick it one after the other. The CV has 3 sections. The first section is the work experience section. So the minimum requirement for work experience is 3,000 hours. 3,000 hours. That's the minimum requirements for work experience. So that 3,000 hour means a year is 2,000 hours. That means you need to have a work experience of a year and a half. That's 18 months. So the work experience section is 3. You fill it up. It might be 3, might be 2, might be 1. So far it covers for 3,000 work experience. You are good to go. And there is a place for leadership experience. So when writing the templates, you write your work experience, you write your leadership experience, you quantify your impact, you write your story in a unique pattern so that the SI can resonate with your application. The second section is education and training. That is where you put your the education you've had. The most important thing you have to put in the education section is your bachelor's degree. You put in your bachelor's degree. Another training you've had over time, maybe a particular training in some kind of for me, I had training in molecular biology. I did Coursera course. I did Coursera courses. I even included the course we went to do in Nasarawa, the ISAC, International Skill Acquisition Center. So in which me and the
Okay. The CSS.
CSS. So relevant trainings like that, you put it there. That's for the education. So, and the third section is your involvement in civil societal organizations. That is when your involvement in NGOs, your involvement in organizations that are not like, they are not work, but is the basic reason why that one is there is to quantify, to show your involvement in societal development. Maybe you are a member of a particular NGO, you are a member of a particular organization that that does exercises that to improve societal betterment and all that. So those ones, there is no requirement for number of hours in those ones. They just want to see what you've been doing so far in contributing to the societal development. So the tips for writing the CV. So your work experience, that is where your CV writing skills come to come to play. So you write your work experience in a manner that is, in an achievement oriented manner. There is a style that I use. I think the SMART, as in it has to be a specific, it has to be measurable, it has to be achievable, it has to be relatable, and it has to be time bound. So so let your writing follow that pattern. And there is also another one part, the STAR pattern, the situation, the task, approach, and results. So you have to show results. You have to show results. You have to quantify your impact when writing the CV. So the SMART pattern and the STAR pattern, they are very, very important when writing application. So that's one of the tips I used and that actually worked for me. So after compiling your CV, you convert it to PDF, you upload. Now, the reference letters and the proof of work and leadership experience certificates. In the Swedish culture, they believe in, you stamping the document, you putting proper appellations such as signature, stamp, time and date and all that. So the reference letters, you have to find people. You need two reference letter, one from your work experience, and it is always merit to get another reference letter from your involvement in societal development, your involvement in civil society organization. So you get one from your work experience. So in order to increase your chances, you have to get another one from. If you get another one from your work experience, so it's not good, but it is advised that you get one from your work experience and you get the other one from your involvement in civil society
What
organization.
about academic from a lecturer, maybe?
Actually, the SI scholarship does not really, what will I say, does not really roll with academic stuffs. They want you, their objective is contributing to sustainable development goals. So it has to be about work and your involvement in civil society organizations. Although your lecturers and the school can actually write a work experience for you, but it's not going to make your application competitive like what they want. It is on the website that okay, it is going to be a merit if we bring a reference letter from work experience, another reference letter from your involvement in civil society organizations. And once the SI is saying that, I think it is best to just follow the tips they themselves are actually giving. But if you can get a work experience letter from, I mean, a reference letter from your university lecturer too, it is not bad. It is accepted. So your reference letter, you fill it up. There are questions on the reference letter, on the reference letter template. So the questions are to be answered. So you have to give it to someone that actually that can write really well for you. You don't want to win a scholarship by he is hardworking, he's a good boy. No, those ones are generic. So they have to like you can even like sit with your referee and coach him and tell him how the reference letter should be written. So the reference letters too, they have to be strong. So after that, your referee has to sign, stamp the document with the local stamp of the organization, and then put in the date and time. The same thing goes for the reference letter you are getting from your involvement in civil society organization. So the CV, the reference letter, and then you move to the proof of work and leadership um, experience. So the proof of work and leadership experience is just like a summary of your CV. They are going to serve as a certificate for your CV that shows okay what you told us in your CV as is actually like has been documented to be official. So they are going to be filled by your people, your bosses in your various organizations, and they will attest to your leadership experience and your work experience too, by they just highlight what you've done and make sure that what you are putting in the proof of work and leadership experience is actually they're actually going in line with what's in your CV. So they will be stamped and signed. So as for the motivation letter, there is a question would be asked on the application website when the application is open. I think I've forgotten the particular question that was asked during my own time. I think I will look for it. I've actually forgotten. So the limit for the motivation letter is always 1,000 characters. And what do you mean by 1,000 characters? Each letter is a character, comma is a character, hash, everything is a character. So we won't go beyond 1,000 characters. And the central dogma of the motivation has always been about how will your study, your program, the program you want to do, how will that program enable you to solve a particular problem, or how will that program enable you to contribute to the challenges of the sustainable development goal. That's the central dogma of the motivation letter. It is always around that. So that's about the motivation letter. So when all these documents are well written, are well packed up, you are good to go. Then you submit your application. The application is always around February. I think February 12th to February 28th. That was when our own application was open and closed. So, and most importantly, after submitting your application, you pray in your own manner, in your own way, and hope for the best. And the possibility is endless. I think I've said quite substantial thing about the SISGP. So if there are any questions, I'll be
Thank you so much, Mubarak. We have
yes,
so many questions, and from your discussion, I
yes,
realized that writing an outstanding CV, motivation letter, working hand in hand with your referees really
okay,
matter for these
exactly.
opportunities. So let us go to the question. I hope they understand everything you've explained,
I hope so.
and I'm sure this will go a long way for them. So the first question we have here. Okay, thank you guys. Okay, when is the application opening? That has been answered, and you must always have time or create time to check the website yourself. So yeah, that question has been answered. What if I don't have international passport? Do they accept NIN, for instance?
Uh, you see, if you are applying for a scholarship, you should have an international passport, because when you win the scholarship, how do you want to move without the international?
No, no.
Nothing
Mubarak,
is
that's not true. For some opportunities, they even fund passport registration. So it's a valid question.
okay.
So not
Well,
everyone willing to win a scholarship has an international passport. But I guess for SI, you need to have it, right?
yes, it is quite important. Yes,
Okay,
because
so
the data page
okay,
of international passports has to be uploaded on the SI website too.
so the question has been answered now. International passports happen to be one of the important documents for this
Yes,
opportunity.
yes, yes.
So thank you, Mubarak. We have a question from Bashira. Does one need to show proof of work experience, maybe through employment letter? And if yes, can I use posting letter of NYSC? That's
Like I said earlier, the Swedish they have their own culture. That's why it is a Swedish scholarship. They have their own template for everything. So you are not bringing in a foreign document. On the website, they have their own template for the proof of work and leadership experience. So whatever it is that you want to put as work experience or anything, you can leave the content of your employment letter and all that. You can just lift it into the proof of work and leadership experience forms, and your employer fills it, write it, and stamp and sign for you. You are not bringing in any foreign documents. You are strict. It's the documents are to them, just like Odin is to Vikings. They are Vikings. They are Sweden and Denmark are Vikings. So if you read about them, there is this Odin that they believe in. So they believe in their own templates than any other thing. So everything you are submitting has to be in their own templates. I hope I've been able to do justice to that question.
I think that's clear enough. So they have many templates, even for CV, for recommendation letter. What should be in your
They
motivation
have
letter?
they have their
They
own
have
template.
template for everything. So this is why going to the website is very important, guys.
Exactly. It
So
is
okay, Hafiz Aziz asked for the website. We will definitely share at the end of this session. Just check the video description or the comment section. We have another question. If
okay.
one of the referees is a co-founder of an NGO and another is a co-founder for the same NGO, can both persons write two recommendation letters? Do you get the
I
question?
please.
Like many people have co-founded an NGO. Can
Okay.
two co-founders write two different recommendation letter for a single applicant? That's the question, I guess.
So
Olusegun, I think I got the question.
okay, for the reference letter, one has to come from work experience, And the one advisably has to come from involvement in civil society organizations. So you are not submitting 2 reference letters from society organizations. So one from work, and there are some people that they are working with NGOs too. You know, like they are working, they are being paid. Like NGO is what's it called? Is their work experience. So they can get the letter. So it is often advised that you get your reference letter from 2 different sources. It's just to make your application competitive. You are in a pool of thousands of applicants. You have to do everything to make your application stand out.
Okay, I think that's clear enough, Olusegun. We have a question from Afiz again.
Okay.
Are we to? I think we've talked about this. He asked if he has to apply for scholarship first or school first. So the answer is admission to school first
Yes,
before the scholarship open. So by the time the scholarship will open, the school admission will already have closed, and that is why this webinar live session is coming earlier before
exactly.
scholarship even open. Thank you so much, Mubarak. And I
Yes, yes.
have one unclear comment from Dean Mutia writing fraud. Are we okay? So the
Okay,
next question,
okay.
what I mean is that if I'm working for an NGO as a co-founder, can I get a reference letter from someone who is also a colleague? Like established the NGO together.
Yes,
That's like
yes,
a colleague. Mhm.
yes. The answer is yes. You can.
Oh, that's interesting.
So
So
far,
they can write well.
the reference letter is not coming from you yourself.
Okay. And I guess the person we need to write as one of them working in the organization and not maybe a co-founder. I don't know how
Exactly.
that would go, but make
Exactly.
sure you are sitting with the person to write good things
Yeah.
about you.
Exactly.
I think
Exactly.
we've answered all the questions. Thank you
Okay.
so much, Mubarak.
Yes.
And thanks to CSS. We want
Oh
to
yeah.
greet CSS and our governor and our governor for funding the trip to CSS.
Honestly, and
Okay.
that in my applications too. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you so much once again for showing up.
Thank you. You're
Any
welcome.
other question, guys? I don't think we have more questions. So
Okay.
that will be the end of the session.
Okay.
So, okay, one last question.
Okay.
Okay, the link. Please check the video description and comment section. We'll definitely share there.
Yes.
All
Mm.
right. I'll see you next week again for the Erasmus live session. And thank you so much for supporting the channel. Do not forget to subscribe. Bye
Okay.
for now, guys. Thank
Thank
you,
you.
Mubarak.
Bye
Bye.
bye.
Enjoy your day. Thanks.